What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself from games I've never played or heard about. This is a Patreon request from Nevermore084, a new game on the series. It's always fun and exciting. This is Lost Planet 2. The song is called main theme, so it's just the main theme. There's no song title. This was composed by Jamie Christopherson. So that's interesting because as far as I know, they've done Metal Gear Rising. So I don't know if I'm going to expect some blaring metal in my face or something else, but let's see. Lost Planet 2, main theme. Kind of a quiet start. Oh, I love trumpets. I love trumpets. This is the same composer? Interesting energy. The rhythm is all over the place, but it's cool. Kind of a John Williams sound as well. This is a main theme, by the way. No big deal. Wonder what pretty sure, I think. Okay. So this is an interesting case of where I think one thing and then I think another thing and then... So let's go in order. Let's start from the beginning. So at first when I saw this, right, usually I don't get any information. I don't know what the game looks like, blah, 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 blah. So I get this image right here that I see. First thing I see, I'm like, okay. Well, I'm definitely thinking more like atmospheric space type thing. And then I got curious, which I don't do too often. And then I looked up the composer and I saw it was Jamie. And I was like, huh? You know, and when I think of him, I think of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, right? Which is some of the craziest faster stuff I've heard on this channel, which I love. So when I figured that, I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm going to hear kind of that here. And then I went back to my original thought of like, oh, wait, it sounds like what I originally thought it was going to sound like. But I was kind of conflicting because I'm like listening to it, I'm enjoying it, trying to figure out where the setting is. And then I'm still thinking in the back of my head, well, how is this the same guy? Which tells me this guy's a genius because he can, if it's him, I could be wrong, but if it's him, which it seems like, then that's holy moly impressive that they have that much range on their palette to pull those two opposite sides of the spectrum off like that. That's really impressive. You know, it sounds like two entirely different people, but for as far as this goes, you know, the attention to detail to this game, obviously it's a lot different, I'm assuming, than a hack and slash robotic game. I don't know what happens here, but I'm definitely obviously feeling like very like, just based off the name, Lost Planet, I'm thinking of like turmoil in space, right? Like we're not supposed to be here, or like we have left Earth and we're somewhere else. Something bad. It just feels bad. Like we're not so. This is kind of like a negative type story. And it's also a sequel too, so interesting. But yeah, I definitely had that whole like theatrical kind of ambience, which is really powerful though. But it had melodies in them, so it wasn't just ambience. It had things that you can remember and things you can stick to. So it had a lot of sci-fi, space, that kind of stuff. And I know this is very fresh in my memory. It almost doesn't seem fair, but it does remind me of a little bit of Nier Automata. As far as like some of the battle music, it's just kind of like up there as far as like really like pushing that fight forward. Except in this one, this is a main theme. So when I think main theme, it either sprinkles throughout the game here and there, or it's only at the very beginning before you even press play, like the menu, or a cutscene at the very beginning, or a credits at the end. You know, something along those lines. And wow, you know, that's a big, bold statement to have your main. I think main themes are super underappreciated. They're the main theme. They're like what everything else compiles into, more or less, and what usually the other rest of the soundtrack takes from. They'll take motifs from this thing, or they'll take segments, etc. So it's you know, it's a big position to have a main theme. And sometimes I wonder if people make the main themes knowing that they're going to be main themes, or if they get chosen to be because they just need a song here. So I'm always fascinated by main themes and menu music and credit, like all those kind of like outside of the game type music, because this is like, you know, like how do they get there and what made them come up with it? Is there a cinematic here? Is, you know what I mean? So there's a lot to think about besides just like in-game type stuff. Also reminded me of Skyrim a little bit. I did check out one song from Skyrim, I believe it's called Dragonborn, and that one kind of set the bar as far as like songs like that. So I don't know which came first. I'm just saying the one I heard that one before this one. Same how in that video I compared it to Apocalyptus Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 because I heard that song before that one. So etc. etc. I don't know what Lost Planet 2 is, but I feel like I've heard that title, like it's popular enough. I mean, if it has a sequel, it's got to be doing somewhat decent. Don't know if it's still going. I don't know if it's in multiplayer or anything, but I'm interested in that kind of stuff. I really do like, you know, learning about the universe, cosmos, planets, all that. So maybe this might be up my alley. I don't have any more time for games to play, but at least I can like check it out or like a playthrough or something. But as far as the music goes, I can only guess. I'm 50-50. Part of me says the rest of the soundtrack is just like this and that's it. Or the other part tells me like it's not like this at all and this is just only the main theme. So I'm very curious about that. So please let me know. I don't know. I could go either way. It's a little too as great as it is as a main theme, it's a little too vague as well. So, you know, maybe the action in the game is really high paced, so it's just more like who knows. Again, I'm thinking of MGR. Like, how does he go from that to this type of thing? So please let me know, Lost Planet fans. Lost Planet 2 fans. Also, let me know if the first one's better or the second one's better. Just tell me all that good stuff. Because it forms opinions and it gives me insight, because I do hundreds and hundreds of these videos. I do a lot per day. I do not just go and research every single one. I would be here forever. So my extent of knowledge of these songs is like, I check it out, I listen to it, and I move on to the next one. So that's where you guys come in. You guys are very helpful to me. You are my Google. Plus, it's more fun to hear from people that have actually played the game and experienced it. It's way more entertaining to hear stories that way. Anyways, I'm rambling. Thank you, Nevermore084, for that request. If you want to do the same thing, you can do so on Patreon or PayPal. Either are totally fine. Guaranteed ways I will check out your song though. If you do not want to wait in the massive wait list, there is the Platinum Trophy tier, which expedites your request and any backlog you have to the top of the list. Limited slots available. Big shout out to Aiden, Justin, Kevin, Moon Knight, Rogue Monk, Solid Bullet 066, and your average metalhead for supporting that. Thanks to everyone that you see over here. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Until next time, dudes, and to the dudettes as well. Have a good night. Take it easy.